Hey everybody, welcome back to Guys on Draft. If this is your first time watching, make sure you hit the like button and please subscribe as well. We have 2 shows on this YouTube channel.
What took you so long?
Exactly. We pick a topic each week and we try and make the best teams off of our personal preference. Last week I wasn't here, neither was Rocky. We had a guest, what do you want to say, team? A guest player?
A guest panelist.
There we go. Check that video out. Last week, the name is kind of... We did ethnic attributes. Stereotypes draft.
Ethnic traits. We were drafting desirable
positive
ethnic traits.
So yeah, go check out that
Stereotype
video.
traits, but yes.
No, but ethnically sound.
Well, let's not get into it too much because there's a whole video on that. So you should check it out. Last week, Phil won by a landslide. So on this video, we're going to be drafting dating red flags. And let us know who won this video. By the end of it, we're going to pick our draft order. Am I missing anything?
No, it's safe to say, though, I could build the best human being. Right?
Huh? Off of the list last week, yes.
I could build the best human being.
No. Somebody said that my pick,
one person,
100% was the best.
No, they didn't say 100% was the best. They said
Ethiopian
it was a great
stamina.
Pick. It was a great pick.
Was incredible.
But a diamond amongst trash, right?
Trash, yeah.
So what the fuck, man? Like,
hey, Lance, everybody, right? Team Unity, landslide, Team Unity by a mile. I mean, people understood that I made the best person.
If I had to vote, I would probably pick Unity.
Thank you.
So we're going to pick the draft order. Not like last week. We have the wheel back. No noise, unfortunately. I think I'm the only one that's sad about that.
All right, just do it and I'll do it.
Sounds like Phil's Home Alone. Doesn't sound like it's the wheel. Oh, look at that. I get the first choice.
I slap it a lot harder than that, Zach.
And I shall wait to see what happens.
There you go.
I can kind of hear it a little bit.
Do you talk dirty to it when you do it? You look like you would talk dirty to it.
Marcus.
Well, he's not a it. He's a him.
Him is he.
His pronouns are him, he.
Him, he.
All right, and then Phil gets the last choice.
Yes.
That is the draft order.
Woo!
I am going to go...
Electric.
Get my leg back over there.
I'm
going to go with the second overall pick.
You know what? I'm tired of leading off with like the best
first. Damn it!
Like I always have the best.
A lot of pressure, man. I'm going first.
Yeah, I always have the very best pick right off the bat, and it screws you guys, and I feel bad for you.
Yeah. So this is red flags when you're dating. So dating red flag. I think we might just put on the thing red flags. Right? People will get it. No?
Yeah, I would say dating red flags, to be honest.
All right, well.
Because there are a lot of red flags. You know, there could be a red flag about a relationship that you're already in. There could be a red flag about, people in general.
So red flag. So...
Okay, you need this explained.
No, like dating. Like how far
red
into
flag.
how far into dating are we going? Like, is this like first date and you're like, shit, I'm out?
I think
like
this is before you've officially made the relationship, like dates 1 through 4, dates 1 through 3.
So like you just swipe right on this person, right? And you're out, and you're like,
I don't even know what that means.
You're not,
but I think it could be. I think it could be at any point.
Okay.
I mean, I get what you're. I mean, I think most of it happens in that first
interaction.
But I think there's things that can happen later on that might be applicable to this draft.
Okay, I got a couple of things So all right, so then it's things that like we're out. Right?
Keeping free flowing.
Red flag, done.
I would argue to say that if someone has a red flag, that it can be overcame. Like you can get through one red flag. If it's a few red flags with your own personal preference, then that's maybe a deal breaker.
God damn.
I think it also depends on the flag.
Maybe that's a red flag.
How red is it?
How red is the flag? Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, so
this is a tough one.
I literally have to think about this because I have not.
I know nobody's taking my first one.
I have no red flags. Red flag. I'm gonna be saying that too often. It hits my generation too hard right now. It's still topical, and I think I just made myself sound old by explaining it like that.
Yeah, you just ratioed yourself.
Oh my gosh. Well, now ratio is officially not cool. Thank you, Mark, for that.
No, listen, there's a lot. I've dated a lot. There's a lot.
Okay, humble flex there.
Is that a flex? I think that's a bad thing. It's a lot.
Yeah, you know deep down it's like, oh, I dated a lot.
Well, I know I impressed you.
What the hell can what can a guy do to really piss you off though?
Back in my heyday,
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got stories. What I'll say is I'm not going to overthink this. I'm going to go with a true blue tried classic red flag. And that's, not being super fresh. Body odor.
Okay.
I think, especially first date, second date. I mean,
you can't go wrong with
the
that.
mental space you have to be in to come on a date with somebody and not, accurately assess what's going on body odor wise.
Yeah.
Not to be prepped up. Tip top, that's a major red flag.
Well, it just shows you don't care.
Yeah.
Or you just
You don't care about yourself.
Or it's a casual thing. I'd imagine it's like, say for you, you're out playing basketball all day and you're like, oh shit, it's getting late. I got to go on this date.
Yeah.
You don't spruce up.
Yeah.
You stink a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? You took it casually.
That could be
She's
that.
thinking like, oh, I'm not into this guy because he was obviously playing basketball. Probably not playing. He was probably watching all of his buddies play, but he still smells like he was playing.
I like how you flipped it, but I'm talking more so like me. I was dating a woman. And, I mean, yeah, girls play basketball, but what are the odds that she's balling to like 7:30 and going straight to Applebee's, right? I mean,
Applebee's.
Yeah, true. More likely she's dealing drugs somewhere.
That should be my number one overall pick.
Yes.
Takes you to Applebee's.
Wait, listen now. When I was 20 years old, Applebee's was nothing to laugh at, okay?
Applebee's was
that's a neighborhood grill
then.
right there. Chili's has a soft spot with me, man.
Chili's fell off, man.
No, well, low key now it has because the 3 for 10's gone.
No, once they did
The
away
food
with
fell off.
Fajita Rita Monday, once they did away with that.
Why do you know? Why do you know exactly?
Why wouldn't you? I tell you what, though, their drinks of the month are still pretty good.
Yeah.
They make if they got a good bar. The one by my house, bartender's good.
Yeah.
Drinks are fucking spot on. $6.
Applebee's still
Getting
got
loaded at Applebee's.
Applebee's has
Chili's.
a special. When Applebee's has a special on
They're
the
the
perfect
same.
margarita, that perfect margarita is
Perfect.
fantastic.
All right. Well, thank you for giving me time to think about.
So,
this.
what's your team name there, Phil? What do you
My
got?
team name is Get Ghosted.
Get Ghosted.
That's nice.
I like
That's
it.
good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue it, and this is a weak first round pick. I'm going to admit, but I've got literally nothing in the think tank right now, so I'm just gonna go with choose with your mouth open.
Now that is a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Like if you're I know, but it's just not like a really strong one for the first round. It's just all I can think of right now because we got to the restaurant, and if someone's just chewing with their mouth open, talking like that, like I don't know, it's not for me.
It's a red flag, but I do think it's like you said. That is one of the ones that's correctable.
Yes, or you can get.
Hey,
you can get past it a little bit.
Shut your mouth, right?
No,
You could teach them. I mean, you don't say it like that, but hey,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to shut my mouth.
No, not you. I'm saying you could just, hey, you chew a little bit.
Like, let's pretend this is, this is a library for your mouth hole. Just calm it down a little bit. Chew with your mouth closed.
Hey, I don't want to see your tonsils. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You
Team name is Flag Day.
Flag Day.
leave that tongue up to the imagination. Let's see the tricks you can pull with that later.
Save a little bit for later.
Yeah, for real. All right. So I don't want to come off as a total prick here, right? I realize
Comes off as a total prick.
I realize we,
What a meme.
we go through life, and there's different ailments and different afflictions that we come upon, and sometimes it's not our own doing; it's just the hand we were dealt.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're trying to date that, like you don't necessarily have to bring that into your world. So I'm not being a total prick here, but
Not total.
I mean, like if I'm swiping right on you and you're coming to the first,
Again, don't know what that means.
And the board being upside down again.
Well, he likes that grip.
and you come out and you've got a colostomy bag, like
Wow.
to me,
What the fuck is that even?
Well, he doesn't know what a colostomy bag is.
that's a red flag to me.
It's a red flag that he doesn't know what that is, maybe.
That is a
What's
red flag.
what's a colostomy bag?
That's when you have like bowel resection. You got that bag that fills up with shit.
Oh, that's a red flag to you?
Oh, hey, you know
Is that
what?
a- is
You're
that a-
a better guy than me, I'll tell you
Is
that.
that a turn on for you?
I give him a few dates.
Oh, no.
What?
No way.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
With a colostomy?
just a few dates.
No, all right.
You're a kinky son of a bitch.
No,
you're
I'm-
trying to
No,
figure
let
out.
me ask
I'm
you
a
something.
considerate son of a bitch.
Are the few dates just out of consideration?
Well, the few dates are if the first date went well, not because of the bag, but because of. And this sounds extremely lame to you guys, but because like of who they are. Like if they were worth the second date, then
No.
yeah,
But
take them on a second
now,
date.
now she thinks that you're pity dating her,
No.
and that's
she-
even worse.
No, there are things as pity dates, but I'm saying in the situation
You just like me because my colostomy bag. You don't really
You
like
think there's like a colostomybagsonly.com?
No, here's the truth. You want to hear the truth? All right, here's the middle ground, right? Okay. If you meet, well, I'll not say colostomy bag because who has that, right? But like somebody that had something that was a impediment, a hurdle to overcome in their life, like this never happened to me, but in a wheelchair, right?
I was gonna say if someone's handicapped, yeah.
But but the thing is, like, that's not something that you don't see right away before you go on a date with somebody. So that's not like, you know what I mean? If I meet somebody, you're in the wheelchair, if you're in it, and I'm gonna go on the date, I already made that decision. I'm saying something that's more
the coffee bag, like you don't know until
you don't know
home
right
from
away.
the date.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So something
I don't
like
know,
that.
man. She might be nervous, and then it fills up with a little bit of gas.
All right,
and then
so
you see the bulge.
Shut up. What I'm gonna say here is, listen. What I'm saying is, listen. My wife, right? If something were to happen to her and she gets a colostomy bag, okay, it's my wife.
Yeah. Oh, of course, 100%.
Now, on the other end of it, though,
I thought this was dating red flags. Don't make me have to be a monster.
What I'm saying, there's
I'm not
a difference.
bitching my wife if she ends up with a colostomy
What I'm saying,
bag.
but when you meet somebody,
You
and
are
they
a
have
colostomy bag.
They have a colostomy bag. You listen. Everybody, you could do the date them for a few times. You don't want to be a jerk. Yeah, if you like them, but you also, even if you didn't like them, you might not say no right away because she might look at you like it was because of the colostomy bag.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you're not winning that conversation. Just it's either you don't like me because of the colostomy bag, or you're only liking me because.
I'm just saying you got to take
it becomes a focal point.
Just the same way you got to take into consideration everything else. You got to take into consideration: do I want to spend the rest of my life
with a colostomy
with somebody
bag?
that's
They're not.
I mean, I got to tend to
they're not the bag.
No, they're not the bag. But you do have to deal. You do have to deal with it, though. It's part of your life.
What I think is funnier about
it's like when they have a kid. You got. Do I want to be a dad to a kid? I mean, it's a part of the package.
Nobody in your early 20s, you're not going to want to be the father to a colostomy bag. I'm sorry. I don't care how you spin this shit.
A few things. One,
yes.
I didn't think that we would have this discussion literally ever. Two,
we're changing lives.
There are a lot of communities, especially in today's age, and there probably is like a colostomy bag community, and you just became the biggest number one like what's it called enemy of that community.
That's what he's trying to do.
I am pro colostomy bag if it's my wife.
Yeah,
I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to massage that bag. I'm going to get all the air out
because you're already invested. You just don't want to cut your own selfish losses.
No, this is dating red flags. I'm not going to date somebody right off the bat with that. I don't got to get into that.
Listen, it sounds bad.
I don't have to take care of your kid.
But it's like if you went to go buy your Honda,
okay,
and then they told you, listen,
that's got a colostomy bag.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the Honda in this situation, if you will, is the person, and they said, great car, this, that, and the third, 30 miles per gallon.
That's Apple
50.
No,
but listen, let me get there. But it has a little bit of a engine oil leak, But you know what? It's a really good car. Besides that, you have to consider whether you want to buy it with the leak or not.
I think you're comparing apples to oranges here.
Well, I am, but I'm trying to make a parallel.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my next pick.
Okay.
No, wait, no. I'm on the turn.
Oh shit, you are. Jesus Christ. Yeah, pick the next. What can be worse? Oh my god.
All right. Jesus. So I'm going to go with the old, let's go with the double whammy here, right?
As a Bears fan.
So coming with the colostomy bag, right? So you're expecting that, everything else is maintained at that point, right? Mm-hmm. Odor's good, right? Because she got the colostomy bag, so she's really taking care of herself, right?
But it's the same person. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't have to be a build-up, but it can be.
Comes with the colostomy bag. Team Crimson Caution is going to go with...
Wow.
You always make it hard for me in the graphic with the 3-syllable words here.
The costume bag. She's rocking this is in the 70s. If she's rocking a fur burger.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
Some people like when the carpet matches the drapes.
Yeah, I think it's gone back the other way a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, all right. It's still a red flag.
Not my personal preference.
Let me paint you a picture.
I'm interested.
I don't want the picture.
I am highly intrigued by your red flags.
They're all physical.
They're very niche.
They are. He had an ex-girlfriend, man.
Strange. Yeah. But go ahead.
Let me paint you a picture. She shows up, right? Things are going good, right? She's not nervous. The bag's down, right? What have you, right? getting a little crazy, right? Trying to get the first base, right? Hands go up, and you're like, oh shit, what is that? Oh, that's my colostomy bag. All right, well, we're already here. We're at first base. Let's work through this, right? So now you're working through it, right? Then you know,
bring this home.
you hit that you hit that ball long, right? So now you're rounding first, you're heading to second, right? So now hands are going downstairs a little bit, right?
Come on, let's.
And you're like, oh my god, what is that?
My hand, it's stuck. You put your foot on her to try to pull the hand out.
I was willing to look past the colostomy bag.
Yes,
but now
this is
holy
too much.
shit. This is crazy.
That can be shaved off.
That's true. I don't know if that's
a red flag.
I don't know if that's a red flag. You know?
No.
I mean, red flag
on a first date.
Well, first of all,
you're supposed to bring your.
Mark's not going to first base on a first date.
Not say take it easy.
Well, you're not getting the second base on the first date.
You're not.
I don't.
What are you kidding, dude? We're in our 30s and 40s. That's like the only that's the only reason why you first date.
Oh, you're saying like you're.
Yeah, I'm thinking about when I was dating.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going back in time.
When I was dating.
Oh, I'm imagining like now. Like
Mark's
this
preparing
is like,
himself.
This is good to know, Tara.
This is Tinder.
He's talking about now.
This is Tinder.
If Mark ever has a Tinder, he's just gonna link this video. just take notes.
All right. Well, that was interesting 2 picks. I will say that I am not surprised, but a little taken aback by your red flags. Not because they're like terrible picks, but they just don't seem to be.
Next one he's gonna pick is also your cousin. Like how like they've got a colonoscopy bag. They don't shave, and how did I not see you at the family reunion either? Flag Day with their second overall pick is gonna go heavy smoker. Like if you just I don't know if you smoke a lot of cigarettes, I don't really fuck with you, to be honest with you. If I'm trying to date you, like it's just that shows habits.
I appreciate that one.
It shows health too, because like if you're fully invested in somebody, you'd like for them to be around for as long as possible. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I had parents that smoked and they quit, and just it takes a lot of perseverance. If you can quit heavy smoking, then that's a green flag. Shows a lot of self.
So you're okay with a casual smoker though? Like I drink, I smoke type of person. You're
yeah.
Okay with
I
that?
mean, I'm not gonna like crucify you for it. I mean, even for a heavy smoker, I feel like every red flag can be looked past. It's just a matter of do you want to look past it.
I get that.
So like heavy smoker is on there for me. Is it a
I
deal
mean,
breaker? Not necessarily, but like
she bangs your friend. Yeah, you can get past it if you want. Red flag, but you know if you love her enough,
that I guess is true. If I'm gonna keep the same logic,
yes. That's not a bad pick though. A heavy smoker is.
It's definitely a turn off.
Emphasis on heavy. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, occasional smoke here and there when you drink is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But
it ain't too bad.
if you're chiefing down, 13 Marlboros a day,
yeah,
you might have an issue.
Yeah.
You know?
Smoking darts, ripping farts. I get it, man.
All right, so team get ghosted with my second pick, and I'm not going to waste any time. I'm not giving, I'm just going. I'm going with my gut, and I'm going bad relationship with family. And, this is pretty deep, but, when...
No, that's a hella red
when
flag.
Somebody has... I'm going to just, this could go for men too, but I'm speaking from my perspective. When a woman doesn't get along with their mother, not a great relationship with the dad, disowned by the brother, sister, you start wondering, was she clipping 20s out of the purse to buy crack rock?
That's where your mind goes, right there first.
No, I mean
not a good relationship. It couldn't be anything other than
brothers. When we get to brothers, sister. I mean, brothers and sisters. I don't know how. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have a brother.
Okay, so I mean,
we need to get him on the show.
Typically, you're very close to your siblings. If they could not want to be part of your life, there's an issue. Mom and dad is like with the parents. I mean, there's sometimes it's the parents' fault, but it's just unstableness, maybe not some trust issues there because the family's frayed. But to me, it's a major red flag.
That's unfair, though. What if it's them, not her?
Nobody said it's fair. It is what it is.
It's a red flag.
Overcome it.
Because you say it is the parents' fault, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Say the parents are heavy smokers.
She's still going to have trust issues. I mean, if she can't trust her mother and father, how long is it going to take for her to trust me? It's a red flag to me.
I get you. All right.
Right? All right. And then I got the turn here, right? So,
yeah.
This was a little bit of a different direction. And you guys might think I'm crazy, but I'm going to say prepaid cell phone. It's a red flag for me.
What?
Just What are you shaking your head for?
Oh man,
Listen,
Phil,
what?
This is cultural.
you pulled a mark.
Oh, listen, this is
What are you even talking
this
about?
is my heart.
Paint the picture, please.
The picture is typically, this is not in every case, but typically when somebody's on a prepaid cell phone plan, it's a few things are going on. Either they don't always pay their bill on time, they have bad credit,
Boost Mobile.
they're not responsible.
Cricket.
So
Mint Mobile.
somebody has a prepaid cell phone. I'm thinking, things are just not.
Is that possible?
In
Do
order.
people do that?
Well, when I was dating, yeah, people had prepaid cell phone. I mean, I feel like it's a certain type of person in a lot of cases that has a prepaid cell phone. That might be unfair, but I mean, if I was on a date with a girl and she had back then like a Boost using the Chirp and it was like she had 25 minutes on it, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know if I could do this.
Sure.
I think it goes the other way. Like you said red flag would be if I took the girl to Applebee's for a date. Are we not looking at the same type of things? It's an economical thing. And we're like,
Yeah, but Applebee's tastes good.
That's a good point.
you're
great
judging
point.
based on, this guy drives a 1998 Toyota Tercel. Maybe I don't want to hang out with him.
Such niche references from you guys.
I went to college to do the trip.
I really want to paint the
picture.
picture. So prepaid cell phone.
All right, I'm gonna reel it back in a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
As I write this down, rude to employees. So if you're
that's a good one.
So if you're out on this date and they're like just a dick to the server, or like they aren't considerate, and you guys know what I mean. I don't need to explain this one. Like if you're rude to employees, like I just don't fuck with you, like to a certain degree. Like it's
No, that's a bad one. You're out on a date or even anywhere, and you just get that little twang of attitude.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a problem to anybody, and like when they're out. So like, and I don't want to like have to eventually like maybe make up for it for you or apologize for you.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like
when you feel like you have to apologize.
Yeah.
And then it's like
public conflication is my biggest issue.
You
when
have
it
to
comes
wait
to
till they go
employees.
into the bathroom to use their burner phone.
Yeah.
And you're like, listen, she was a little out of line. All right, there was plenty of croutons on that salad. I apologize.
you get that whiff of, she or he thinks they're better than the person that they're speaking to.
They're like, you forgot my. I'm like, oh God, just be okay with it, please.
Yeah.
Did your company forget how to make ice?
Ugh.
There's no ice in my drink.
That sounds really white.
Dare I say, have to split the bill with them on that one instead of pay for the full thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of splitting the bill, I go out on a date. I don't want my woman unemployed.
Wow.
Right? I mean, what does that say? She's gold digging, right? I mean, that's what it tells me.
Hey,
like,
listen, I'm with you, man.
listen, we're human beings. We're
I think
all
it
trying
goes the other way too.
Yeah, it does. We're all trying to get through this life, right? We weren't born to work. We get that, but we have to work. It's a
Mark
necessity.
being retired.
I don't want to have to work for both me and you when I don't even know you. This is our first date.
Yeah.
I'd like to combat this when you're ready.
Like, I mean, you've already got a shit bag, right? Like, I'm trying to look past that because I'm a decent human being.
Same person.
Maybe that's why they can't land a job, Mark.
But now you don't have a job.
Yeah.
Like now your shit bag is awful to me, and I can't look past this.
I think he's gonna try to take this apart, but unemployed is a great pick.
I was going to pick this, or I was thinking about it.
There's nuance to it.
The only reason why I don't
aspiring actress. Is that what?
The only reason why I don't think it's like a red flag, capital RED.
When you met your girlfriend, did she have a job?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. She was getting a job.
But see, she was
getting
young.
a promotion.
We were young. We were in high school.
She was already like a regional manager or something. Rocky was saying, and she basically
that's after the fact.
She picked you up out of the gutter, from what Rocky was telling us.
You'd love to think that, wouldn't you?
Rocky's likes to tell stories.
I just think if you're unemployed, it depends. Like the context is extremely important, because if you're in college and you don't have a job yet, like you got to pass a little bit. Like
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
Like,
40-year-old man. So
you're also not dating when you're 40.
Correct. You should not be. But if I was out there and I had to do that,
That's different. That's a lot different, though.
Three things I can't look past.
I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder when it comes to these picks. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let it slide.
All right.
The judges spoke.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
It's mine again.
Yeah.
Number 4. Oh man, what's another red flag?
So did you date a lot before you shacked up?
Yes, I did actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zaddy days.
Not like a whole. Yeah, I did a little bit.
Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday, Zaddy day.
All right, so again, this is more so for my
Back in my
generation
heyday.
versus your generation.
Okay.
Civil War.
We're back out there, and again, it's a first date. I would imagine, if we're out there and she's unemployed,
Yeah.
right? We already got that.
Didn't
right?
have a Ford Model T yet.
She got a bush.
If I have to pay for her dinner, right, I don't want to have to pay for her kids' dinner too. You know what I mean?
That's such a good pick.
Good segue.
It's happened.
Like, I don't think
I've seen it on the internet.
I'm not the Ronald McDonald house here. Like, we're not going out to dinner.
Jesus.
I'm paying for you and your kid.
Now, to be fair,
It's
not the end of the world to pay $7 for a kid's meal at Applebee's, but it is a red flag if she feels so liberated to bring them along. Now, do you know about the kids coming in this scenario?
I would wait for the second date to bring the kids out if I was a single parent.
I think maybe you ask though,
No,
right?
like you talk about it, but like, hey, like maybe on the date mention it.
Yeah.
And then if you have a second date, like, hey, like maybe we go to an event where you can.
Let me paint you a picture again,
No,
all right?
don't go too long because I have a comment about this. But go ahead.
I'm coming to pick you up on our first date, right? 'Cause
Hopefully not me. Don't look at me when you say this.
You're unemployed. You don't have a car.
Yeah.
So I'm picking you up. You come out. You and your goddamn kid. You come
goddamn
out.
kid.
You get in my car. You get in my car. I'm like, what's going on here?
And it looks like me a little
I mean,
bit too.
if you don't know him, yeah, little goddamn kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I mean, I think that's a fair pick.
That's a good
red
picture.
flag.
Here's what I'll say. There's a flip side to that. It's a little more serious. Is that, like you said, second date. If I'm dating somebody and say I have the intention of maybe somewhere down the line making this an honest lady, right?
Yeah.
And she has kids. Okay, you have kids. I'm accepting of that. Maybe I'll be the stepdaddy. That's great. But if she's comfortable enough to bring the kids out on a second date, now I'm thinking, all right, how many other second dates has you brought the kids out on? And if a woman is, or a man too, that has a single father that's willing to bring children to meet somebody, you have to be selective with who you introduce your children to.
Yeah.
And that would bring questions into my brain about
How many daddies do they have?
No, how many daddies they have, that's another one. But, how good of a nurturer their decision making be with a child if we were to have one.
Fair enough.
Because if second date, that means they're out there dating, they might have done this 3 other times.
You're stamping down my pick.
The amount of dates they bring another child. Like second date, there's 2 now. And then
Just roll them in.
Third, there's 3 days.
I mean, if they got 3 kids, that's a red flag. Is it your turn?
I think so.
Yeah.
I
mean, 2 is pushing it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
how is this here?
Stream of consciousness.
They're not funny. They don't have a sense of humor.
Isn't funny is good.
How did this fall to the 4th?
I think sense of humor is probably better. I'll let you rectify that.
Just they aren't funny.
Because they don't have to be funny though. If they have a sense of humor and you're funny, that's great.
I think this is the same thing.
No, I don't think you're gonna get the same response. I think you should put sense of humor. I think it'd be better.
Okay, fine. I'll change it.
All right.
Because they don't have.
How about that?
I'm trying to help you.
Where does the scale tip there? At what point? What number are they before you're like, you know what? They don't have to be funny. They just have to be.
I think that's a big for me personally. Like having a sense of humor, like just like comedic irony, like just like making jokes, like having an imagination and creative jokes. And
so like an 8.5. They got to be at least an 8.5 to not be funny.
Well, it's at the benchmark. If they're a 10 and they have no.
What are we trying to?
TikTok trend. No, she's a 10, but
what are we trying to do here though? Because if she's a 10, but I mean, if you're just trying to pump and dump,
oh yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. But if you're trying to,
honestly,
date,
it makes it easier.
If she's a 10 and she's not, and you can't, even if she's a 10,
and she's got like
can't do it.
A dry sense of humor, like can't go with your jokes or at least like laugh along. Like I think she becomes like a 5.
That's what I'm saying. You could date somebody and they cannot necessarily be funny themselves, but could have a good sense of humor.
That's fair. Because if they're funny, that's +2.
That's +2, exactly.
If they don't have a sense of humor, I'm gonna knock you down 4 points.
Yeah, I mean, if they could get your sense of humor and your jokes, that's all you need somebody to laugh with.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need to stand up. You don't need Jerry Seinfeld, right?
That's true. So yeah, no sense of humor.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Okay, so this might
What's with these red flags?
this might be controversial, but this is my first appearance-based pick here. I'm gonna qualify it a little bit, and I will say that I believe personally, I think you need to be attracted to somebody that you're gonna date.
100%.
Like, I don't think they need to be, drop the most beautiful person you've ever seen.
Speak for
But I
yourself.
do think there needs to be attraction, right? You can't be attracted to somebody without being attracted to them first.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'll say is red flag for me is unattractive mom or dad, right? Now that's if you're a woman or a guy.
So you're going.
So listen, whenever I've seriously started dating a woman,
It is fair because
I look at the mom because my dad taught me, thank you, daddy, taught me, look at her mother because that's
what you're
who
looking
she's
at in
going to
30,
look like
45
when
years,
she's
yeah.
40. Now, listen, everybody has their preferences, but if she looks like a Georgetown Hoya, then guess what? Maybe I'm not signing up for that ferry ride.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I get that.
you get what I'm saying? 'Cause, I mean, you can meet somebody. You see the pictures of the mom in the book, and you're like, oh, she looked like her. But she looked really good.
And they kind of tie your list together.
what's your grandma's name?
She looks like Elf.
You're calling her on her Boost Mobile, right? And she's
Yeah.
like, make this quick. I only have 17 minutes left on my card.
Call me after 9.
She's like, what are we doing? You're like, oh, we're going to Applebee's. Get ready.
Yeah, get ready.
You go to pick her up. She now brings out her parents to go on this date. Like that's
And a mother rolls out like Frosty the Snowman.
That's a red flag.
So, are you old enough to remember when there was like T-Mobile with minutes? You had your top 5 faves. You had to like.
I was like, I didn't have a phone yet, but I know about the minutes.
Okay.
Minutes were around. They were around when I got my phone, but we just got like an unlimited.
So
Yeah.
for anybody that doesn't know, for the younger generation,
I'm on the threshold of this.
We had phones, and you didn't have unlimited 4G. That bullshit. That's crazy. I remember having internet on my Metro PCS phone, and it loading up like it was building the website. But you would have like you get a phone plan, and you have like 500 minutes. Or no, like 250 minutes,
Insane.
500 text, and then it was like free after 9. Or if you were with T-Mobile, they let you put your 5 faves, which is you could pick 5 favorite people every month, and you would have unlimited with them.
Man, there's a whole creative market about this.
It was a big thing, like that
Big
of
to
MySpace, but that was big. Like if you got put in the top 5, because usually typical top 5 was mom, maybe dad, but mom for sure, mom, best friend. A family member.
Yeah, you can't waste that shit on a potential girlfriend.
The worst thing was when you met a girl and you started to talk to her and pop her in that top 5 and like a weekend.
How often can you change that?
Once a month.
once a month.
So you pop her in like the first week,
Ooh.
and then things fall out, and then you got a whole month you're not talking.
Strategically date around the end of the month then.
Yeah.
It was a big thing. Like people would be like,
100%.
"Am I in your top 5?" Like you had somebody in the top 5 was a big deal. A little history lesson for you guys.
My very first phone was a BlackBerry. It wasn't touchscreen or anything. It had the full QWERTY.
Blackberries. I like Blackberries.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it got the job done. So
The one with the entire keyboard, right?
yeah.
I
It was
still
the
like
entire
those.
keyboard.
BlackBerry Messenger was the shit.
Yeah.
You're probably not old enough for that, but BlackBerry Messenger was like the equivalent. I don't know, like Twitter Spaces, something like that. You get BlackBerry, and then you just make a chat room, and you could add all your friends in there, and then it'd be like streamlined.
That's cool.
You just chat back and forth. It was pretty cool. All right, so then I got the turn here, and this is kind of in relation to your no sense of humor. Stupid. I just can't date somebody that's stupid
They don't
or
have like common sense, so they're not competent
not
to a
just
degree.
common sense or just interest. If I take a girl to a beautiful establishment like Applebee's or Chili's, and we're sitting there, and I'll make it time relevant here, and we're sitting and trying to get to know her, and she starts talking about did you hear what Cardi B said on or hey, did you see I'm out. I
just don't care about the hearsay of
it's
like
just
pop culture.
I don't mind pop culture. I'm not saying that, but that's like more like
That wasn't a dig, by the way. That was
no, that's fine. I'm just saying like it's like a thing where like me and my wife now because we lived together for so long. Like obviously, oh yeah, did you see that? But when you're trying to get to know somebody and you start digging in that crate that early, that means you have nothing really to say.
They're like, oh, the weather today was crazy. The humidity, right? You're like, yeah, okay.
There's a saying that stupid people discuss other people, smart people discuss events. And,
it's because they got nothing else going on. Or something.
And wise people discuss ideas, something like that. So it's along those lines. Like, if that's where you're going to, you're digging at. Like me and my wife now, it's like we've talked about everything, right? So we're talking about Kim Kardashian now. Like, did you see that shit? But when you're on the first date and somebody's bringing it up, that means they're really not bringing anything to the table.
There's no
here.
substance. It's all
it's
all
just
surface.
like, hey, let's let's talk about TV. Who does that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay,
you're welcome.
I'm gonna go with the last pick in the what is this thing called? Dating red flags draft. Team Flag Day Slicks lives at home.
That's right.
So I feel like this goes more with the unemployed thing, but without like making it extremely like dramatic. Like if you live at home, and even when by the time I'm dating too, I think it just comes down to like why. Like why are you still living at home? And honestly, even if you're there for a valid reason, I don't know if it's worth it because you got to go home to this parent's house.
There's definitely things in there. Yeah,
like if you're going back to their place, you're not going back to their place.
On the back end of
you
that,
have one bedroom.
On the back end of that, there's a hidden green flag there too. It brings in the whole
with his.
It brings in the whole like, oh, we got to be sneaky about this.
It also counteracts bad relationship with family.
Yeah,
fuck. That I don't know. It just seems too cradling.
So you're like, shh, shh, shh.
No, there's bad things.
You got to be quiet.
There's two things.
That's cool when you're 16, but like when you're like in your 20s and there's not a valid reason for it, then like,
so to the valid reason part.
Difficult.
So let me ask you a question then, because you scoffed at my unemployed. How the hell are they going to be living on their own and not have a job?
What do you mean?
You said that the unemployed isn't necessarily a red flag because they could be in college, but how are they not living at, or how are they
college
on their
dorms?
Own? Well, they still got to pay for that shit somehow.
Well, they could be. I mean, you can either get money from the parents,
but that's the nuance because they're going to school,
or not even.
That's the catch-22. That's how he's saving his list here.
It's not bad, but what I will say, there's two. Like you said, there's valid. Like I know we talked about this a couple shows ago. It came up, the living at home. So there's a cultural thing. I think like I know Hispanic family, Italian families too.
Oh, you guys have
the
like
kids,
fucking
they
compounds.
stay at home usually till they get married.
Yeah.
It's more of an American thing.
I just think I need my own space.
But on the flip side, even if you're not judging why they're home, it's like I don't want to like you got a curfew.
That's more of this pick than the other thing is because
like
it's
we can't bone.
It's your personal space. Like you don't like nothing's yours. Like
you can't both be living at. If you're living at home and then the other person lives, that's a super red flag because now you got nowhere to bone.
Yeah, you just got to stick to cars.
We talked about this last week actually when we were talking about the Spanish fishing villages. That's the same thing.
The illustrious.
So yeah, that's the team for me. So Mark, you gonna round us out here?
All right.
He's good at doing that.
Last pick here.
He's a big rounder.
All right. Let's see.
I don't know where that cap went. It's forever gone.
We can find it.
I mean, I guess we'll come back to. I mean, this is just obvious, right?
Is it?
It has to be.
Put that red layer.
I mean, there's a lot of honorable mentions here, but
I have a good one.
Yeah.
If you're dating. Right, you're trying to make small talk at Applebee's, right?
Yeah.
She's on her phone. You're looking some fantasy football shit up, and you guys just can't find common ground to talk about. If you have nothing in common, man, that's a
fair.
total red flag, right?
Good pick, I guess.
You're both kind of like separated, doing your own thing.
Right
you know
away.
what I mean? And like this date's not ending in me seeing your fur burger. Like this date's ending in
fur burger that you don't want to see.
Yeah, this date's ending. Well, I mean, there should have been a preface there. I mean, how long are you going in between not seeing? Where you don't want the fur to be. I mean, there's a line somewhere there, right? The same thing with, no sense of humor. If they're a 10, you're kind of cutting them a little bit slack, right? If you go on 10 months and you're like, it's kind of cute. I mean, it looks like a triangle, whatever.
It reminds you of your goatee.
Good point.
But when there's nothing in common, man, it's just, that's a killer.
It's a fight uphill.
I was wishing you picked ends up being your long lost cousin.
Yeah, that happened to me in second grade.
Stop. Your cousin?
I
dating somebody?
I didn't sleep with her.
Well, I'd hope
I was
not.
in second grade. But I had a crush on her. She had a crush on me. We were getting all flirty.
Oh.
And then somebody told me, "Oh, that's your cousin."
Oh,
that hurt. Broke my little heart.
Phil, I mean there's something that you have to unpack there because the attraction was real.
Oh, the attraction was real.
Like, how long would that have gone before someone told you that?
I don't know, man. I mean, we never got to that point.
And the fact that you even cared, you selfish prick.
That's what
love knows no boundaries.
Well, I think it knows some
I'm
boundaries.
not saying that.
If time is a construct, so is love.
I'm not. I see the reference. I'm not saying what you just said. I'm saying like. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
What are you saying? Yeah.
That threw me through a loop.
I just blew your mind.
No, I just think like you shouldn't be disappointed
if she's your cousin.
Like you shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
Well, why? If I didn't know,
but that's even worse because it's like if you are attracted to this person. Like that there is something chemically going on in the brain of Phyllis that says that like, oh man, maybe there's something there.
Well, that was second grade, right? You're just a pretty girl.
Oh, so you're a pedophile too. You're like the second grader.
I was in second grade.
Scumbag.
I was also in second grade.
Yeah, Phil goes to the elementary school and he's like, wait, I'm picking her up? Like that's who's on the car?
No.
You don't even have a car.
It's a new low, guys.
I'm in the car rider line for this shit.
Wow.
All right, yeah.
I can't believe you guys just did that to me. Honorable mentions?
Is a Cowboys fan.
Is a Cowboys fan's good one?
That's a legitimate issue. That's not even like a joke like pick. That's like there's arguments there.
Not doesn't like sports because they can not like sports, but hates sports.
Yeah, like
hate sports is an issue.
Like won't let you like it.
Like is gonna talk about it. Yeah, hate sports.
How do you guys feel about women that are like, I'm making a stance against not shaving?
No, I'm good. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out too.
I'm out on that. Yeah, I'm out on that.
You're not out.
I can get behind it for a little bit.
You're not out on that.
I'd have to.
No, I'm out on that.
Oh,
I'd have to experience it first before I can fully say no. Because like I don't know.
You're gonna lick the hair?
No, because like if I don't know if like are you talking like armpits and stuff?
Yeah, armpits, legs.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I can't like prejudge it because like if someone has like a little bit of armpit hair, like I don't really care that much.
No. I'm saying like full on. She's like no. So
I've dated Hispanic women my whole life. Some of them have arm hair. I mean,
well, the arm hair thing, I'm like,
it's different.
Yeah, What are you saying? You're fine with arm hair?
I'm fine with arm because sometimes it like my wife. It's blonde.
Yeah, it's not like a profound feature.
I think he's talking about like armpit hair, like leg hair,
making a stance against it. Like I will not shave these legs.
I think there's an extreme point to everything, so I probably would say no there because they're probably making a point to like have like extreme leg hair and extreme armpit hair. But I feel like a little bit of it.
I'm not having the baby. You're having the baby. You don't know where it ends, then, right?
That's another good point. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like that's not necessarily a red flag. I gotta like see it to believe it.
Shoes are a red flag for me.
What do you mean shoes?
Like
if you come out in some beat ass
sneakers,
shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
I can see that.
I can get
on a date.
I can get behind. See, I don't know, man. Maybe that's why when you ask me,
I think shoes say a lot about somebody. Same way the way you keep yourself.
I think style. Oh, how did style not get picked? Like if you have bad style.
Well, bad style too. But see, you can't in one breath say bad style, but then scoff at the shoes.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, I think you can because the shoes you like if they're like just beat up shoes, then there's probably a reason why they're beat up. There's a story there. I mean, shoes are okay.
You're very
but you also can't be like I don't care about style, but I'll date a Sasquatch.
No. Bad.
You got to explain this more.
Yes. So bad style encompasses everything. So like if you have like ugly shoes or just shoes that I don't really care for, like okay,
that's
but like
different. I'm not saying that.
What are you saying?
He's saying like beat up.
No, because there is a aesthetic to having beat up shoes. So that's that can be stylish.
So what are you saying then?
I'm talking about having some busted ass shoes. I'm talking about
like some ugly shoes.
Not just ugly like based on what I say. I'm talking about ugly like all right, like I could see you or your girl or something and they'll have on shoes that are they're dinged up and like but I could tell what's going on.
Yeah.
There's another thing where the shoes are just a wreck.
Like there's like you can see like their big toe
like
something.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be that extreme, but you could tell they're not doing this for style. Like this is not a statement. Like they didn't throw these shoes on.
I get that.
Like who wears Birkenstocks for?
Well, actually, a lot of people do.
It's kind of with style. It's like they're not wearing it for style. They just have no awareness, and it's like.
But if the fit is if they have a nice style behind like with everything else, like it's okay. But like if they have bad style, like their shirts not matching, like the pants, like they have no like identity with what they're wearing, like.
So you're saying like a basic bitch.
No, because basic bitches have nice outfits. Like that's why they're basic.
But they're basic. I get. But so you don't. So you're more prone to go with somebody with busted shoes than a basic bitch outfit?
I don't know.
I'm saying like if the outfit like that's that.
So what are the two
There
options
is a
here?
gray area. There, it's gray because it's like somebody can have really dirty looking shoes, but then somebody can have dirty looking shoes, but it goes.
I think if your feet are dirty inside the dirty shoes, then yes.
Well, I don't know if we're getting there on the first day, but yeah.
All right, she comes out in a sundress and a pair of Keds.
What are kids?
Oh wow.
Like,
Okay.
like Bobos.
You're saying
Bobo
things
white
that
shoes.
stop talking, right? Just like regular flat tie, like regular sneakers.
No,
not track
not a-
sneakers. Like just the ones. They're Keds. They're called Pro Keds.
There's not a big problem there.
No, I don't mind that either.
No, really? With a sundress?
Because it's a look. Well, with a sundress, a lot of women wear that. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm
Sundresses
saying.
are pretty
like
nice.
A sundress with, it should be open toed at that point.
Like
No,
if, okay,
it should
but
be
see,
sandals.
you're wrong there.
if a girl's
What?
wearing
It can be open toe sandals, but it could also be sneakers like that.
Yeah.
Keds? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're crazy.
That's
If a girl's
ridiculous.
wearing-
That's not ridiculous. Not ridiculous.
Yeah, apparently they're got hairy legs too. Where you're
No,
going there with
you're
that.
crazy.
No,
if a girl's wearing what Mark is wearing to Tuesdays,
Yeah,
then
that's not
I'm
good.
not dating this girl.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like I'm saying, like if there's no sense of fashion, there's no
Yeah.
like your
It's a look.
what you're wearing isn't matching like your personality or identity. Like I just don't like if you.
But
like,
what if you? What
Are
if
you
you
gonna
can tell
look
they
too
have
deep
a,
there? I got
what,
style,
what if you can tell
brother.
they? What if they have a
Great
look, but
shirt.
it's not the look you like though?
Oh, well, then yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, not of course not, but like it's not
So
attractive.
I could judge the sneakers then, Zach. Shit.
You can. I'm just saying that like bad style encompasses
it
more than
it
just the
encompasses-
shoes.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
This is
for
all
me,
personal preference at
That's
the end
true.
of the day.
The biggest marker, the first thing I look at is the shoes, though. So I agree with you.
Okay.
But that's just where I go first, and then I work from there.
Yeah.
What about car? Does car make a difference?
Nah, car. Oh, well,
No.
depends. I think as with anything, it does depend on the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's 20 years old and going through, and she has a beater, yeah, okay. I mean, it is. You expect that if you're cougar hunting when you're in your early 20s, she's 39 and she's driving that car that the 20-year-old is
Yeah.
driving. That's an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Is it though? If you're cougar hunting, I mean, you're only in
Yeah,
it for
no, you don't want a dirty cougar.
You're in it.
Yeah.
You're in it for the suck and chuck there.
Not everybody.
I learn a new phrase every week with you guys.
Suck and chuck. What was the darts and farts?
yeah. Smoking darts.
Smoking
and-
darts and ripping farts.
Yeah, that's my favorite. All right.
So that's the show. Let's quickly go over all of our teams, our picks. First overall pick. Would you like to start?
Did I went first? Oh,
You did.
All right, so team Get Ghosted. Number 1 is BO, body odors. That does nobody good. Number 2 is bad relationship with family. Pick number 3 was prepaid cell phone. Pick number 4 was unattractive mom, in my case, /dad. And pick number 5 was being stupid.
Okay, so Team Flag Day. Choose with your mouth open. Heavy smoker. Rude to employees. Wow, I just screamed in the mic. Sorry, guys. No sense of humor. And lives at home. Those are my
All
picks.
right.
That's also a red flag if they scream in the mic. Go.
Yeah. Team Crimson Caution went with colostomy bag, fur burger, unemployed, brings the kids on the date. Then you have nothing in common.
Yeah, I mean, your first 2 picks are definitely
I mean,
Hall of Fame picks.
Flip your draft order.
Yeah, it might be better the other way.
Actually have the board the right way. So yeah, so these are the teams. Please comment and let us know who won this draft. Go back and check out our other videos. Follow us on UFL Podcast at Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. We love you guys. Thank you for watching, and peace.
See ya.